1. Yeah,
Brian's
we
a dictator.
Wait, what? God damn it.
Oh,
What
Spartan,
the-
yo, what up, y'all? What's going on? How's everyone doing today?
Oh my fucking god, Lloyd, why?
Bro, I
Why
was
are you
reading
like this?
something else, bro. Bro, calm, chill, bro. Damn, what up?
All right.
Chill.
Good evening, everybody else. Welcome back to another night of Hot or Trash podcast. I am your host, Brian.
No.
Yeah, you already know us. We have our name
Yeah.
tags on. All right, what up, yo?
We have our name tags anyways.
Yeah, flip me upside down right now.
Refuse.
Hell
No, I'm not doing that right now. We got some quote-unquote serious news to talk about. By serious, I literally mean it's a fucking aneurysm inducing if any of you guys ever listened to this. For those that don't know, thank you for living in ignorance, but now I'm about to ruin that for you. So, today we're going to talk about, in this case, a whole controversy and news within the gaming industry. Once again, this is not about games, but a gaming consulting company, Sweet Baby Inc. I know for sure, damn well too, that I might get cease and desist letters. I'll probably just refuse them. But anyways,
cease and desist. No,
look,
never.
look, I am not even saying anything remotely bad. I am just going to be commentating on, in this case, your guys' reaction to this whole thing. So let's talk about the context behind this. How did this whole incident start? So on Steam, every person on that has an account on the platform can make a curator list of any kind that they could put any games into. Just this one person that lives in Brazil was, kind of curious about specific things, such as this company too, where their agenda and mission is the fact that they are a writing consultant company for video games. What do they consult for? Diversity hire, or not diversity hire, but in this case, diversifying storytelling and narratives so that they are inclusive to all types of gamers. Sounds okay, right? Then you look at some of the projects that they worked on. They also worked on, in this case, Suicide Squad to Kill the Justice League. That has already seen a lot of attention for other reasons. The reason being that the game is bad. There we go.
My man said it.
I mean, the numbers will show it for us. The game is legitimately bad. There's literally only I believe 50 or 80 people playing that shit now. I don't know. Someone fact check me a Steam database right now. I don't want to check right now.
It's a bad game.
Fair enough. You're right, Lloyd. Thank you for affirming me on that.
which one, bro? I'll do it for you. Which game?
Suicide Squad to Kill the Justice League. How many players are on that right now? Yeah.
But I'm gonna guess a solid a solid 100.
Yeah, but really, what this is going on too is that there are more games that they work on. They also work on the new God of War Ragnarok. Now, we might say God of War Ragnarok doesn't sound like a terrible game. If anything, we even say that it was also a pretty decent game when we were talking about the video game awards. But the problem being is that there was some parts that they took ownership in, is that they included a black character in Ragnarok. And it's really weird because this black character in question is, in this case, a girl that is showcased in the game that is apparently a giant. I don't really want to sound racist and whatnot. So, oh yeah, let me preface this beforehand too. Despite how much we joke about this, we do not condone racism. No matter what, all right? We joke about it because mostly we're joking stereotypes. But anyways, continuing on from my point. It doesn't make sense for a black girl to kind of fit in a Norse mythology. Sure, you could say historically they might have, but you are telling a story about Norse mythology. At this point, too, I don't think race should play into factor, too. This is also my criticism towards people that are probably overreacting on this. But I do agree it does be a little weird, including a black girl in there.
Well, as a giant, yeah.
Giant folk, actually.
If you're talking about just the mythology, yeah, it's weird to have a character who's black in there. No, but for her specifically to be a creature from the mythology, yes.
Yeah. So Anyways, where am I going with this Steam curator list? So really, this guy, he is from Brazil. He literally took all of the games that Sweet Baby Inc. has been a part of and just made a whole list for that. It only started off with, I believe, like 20, no, not even 20,000. It was only like 2,000 people that were just like looking into it. Sweet Baby Inc. caught wind of this and was trying to contact directly to Steam saying that, hey, or you would think that they would contact them and say like, hey, could you tell this guy to like, you know, keep it down low on this, just remove the curator list because this is kind of like ruining the company image and whatnot. Like that would have been okay. No, they went to the far extreme and saying that they want Steam to delete and ban his entire account.
Malicious as hell.
Yeah. So it was the fact that they were claiming that he is harassing them by making this list.
Oh, and for anyone who doesn't know how serious that is to like delete someone's entire account like that, if they bought games and that account gets deleted, it's gone forever. Like all the money that they poured into it, gone.
Yeah. So that's pretty much like how bad that is too. Like to straight up just say, nope, just lose all your money then. But this gets even worse too when the fact that this had the opposite effect of what they wanted to. In this case, they were hoping to like scare the guy as well. He didn't really do anything because one, why would he be scared? They're literally in Brazil. And he even got confirmed by Steam tech support saying that, yeah, you're literally in no violation whatsoever. You're literally just stating what games that Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on. That is it. And if anything, this isn't really like hidden news either. It's literally all the games that you have find there. They are actually on their public website forum of what games they have worked on. The guy didn't even look that hard.
Imagine that, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
And because of this whole thing too, up until here too, they've been removing games from the fucking webpage.
It doesn't matter now. Someone's definitely taken a picture, and you can also look in the Wayback Machine. Like it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, the Wayback Machine will just solidify the evidence that this guy had. And then outside of that too, it went from like 2,000 followers to I believe it's like 250,000 people that are following this curator list. And it's just like, holy shit. This is the Streisand effect all over again.
What's the Streisand effect?
It's effectively, I believe the story of that was a photography company has a photo somewhere, like a stock photo that has this one lady's house, right? And she sent a cease and desist to that company to take that photo down. And what ended up happening was that instead of like the stock photo was only being shared between like 200 people too, it now got shared to like 100,000 even plus more people.
Yeah, it's I knew of the effect. I couldn't remember the name of it, and I guess it's called the Streisand effect. But trying to cover something up can lead it to be completely revealed.
Yeah, if anything, right now, the whole gaming industry is on fire as we speak. Just because it's A, one person calling the other, B, something about racism throwing at each other's, D, a lot of harassment allegations, to E, holy fuck, gaming journalisms are coming in, and then we find out that this company is actually a little bit more racially motivated than we thought.
God damn. Yes, sir.
It's like somehow it became its own rabbit hole the further in they try to double down. I'm like, please stop. I need to research it for this podcast episode. And we just keep getting more news. I hate this so much. God damn it.
Please.
Okay. All right. Let's let's go slowly about it. Let's pick a point about like, okay, so what's been going on recently for that too? Gaming journalism of all websites are trying to defend Sweet Baby Inc. of like, this isn't what the company does, or it's not exactly what you think they do. When in reality, you look at, in this case, the main CEO of Sweet Baby Inc. They are, in this case, affirming that they are here to spread narratives of including more gender diversity, inclusion, or whatever sexuality of types to be included in storytelling. It's a whole lot of stuff that one I could give a fuck less about. I'm sorry to say that.
Okay, what we should say is,
Yeah.
we don't mind that these things are there
Yeah,
in games and all that stuff. I think it's just the way they're pushing their agenda is the issue.
yeah, it's mostly that. Because here's the thing, let's be honest, nobody really cares if like you can have like different body types per gender, right? Just so that you can fit like everything that you want under the rainbow or sun. I'm not really that offended by that, to be honest. I play a lot of RPG games that have those types of customization. A lot of modern JRPG is really accommodating for that. So really, on the other reactionary side that sells it, see this, it's a little bit of overreaction. But clearly, what's going on with this one is that there's a little bit harder push from Sweet Baby Inc. that's just straight up calling everyone racist and they hate gamers for whatever reason. Whereas the CEO kind of literally just drops the bundle of sticks words on everybody, on every gamer. It's like a really much a double standard effect happening right now too. And these are the people that said that they will claim that they want to take over the gaming industry. I'm like, did we just go a full circle? In this case, racism is just straight up back now because the main CEO, Sweet Baby Inc.
Let's be honest. It will never go away, and it's always going to be around. It's just how prevalent it is.
Yeah. So, Sweet Baby Inc. right now with the main CEO that's currently just straight up under fire right now. And it's just doesn't really know when to shut the fuck up, honestly.
I feel that.
Literally, these are the type of attentions you really don't want to have, regardless, even if you're right or wrong, or you want to pick a fight with these gamers at all. Because guess what? They want to have this type of reaction. Or that, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Keep going at it so we can make content, but at the same time, I'm fucking tired of reading this shit every day.
It's literally impossible for them to win. There's too many people versus them. They're not. They're just not gonna.
Yeah,
they're gonna give up eventually.
No, they won't. They'll fucking die on the hill because there's another company that's like a subsidiary, not really subsidiary, but it's like essentially it's similar like to SBI called Black Girl Gamers. For those that don't know who this company is, they are generally the same thing, but what their name and titles about. That they are a company full of black gamer girls. And that's about really it. What in this case, they're under controversy for a couple of reasons too. One, people have figured out that these are the same writing team that have actually destroyed a gaming companies, like just straight up. They made one go under just because of like what they did. For the game in question, I'm talking about Forspoken, which was a Square Enix title that was developed under Crystal Dynamics. And
I don't even know what Forspoken is.
Yeah, about that. It was essentially like an isekai or Square Enix that features a black main character girl, but she was also the most insufferable main characters to ever exist in a video game. It was very unlikable. The gameplay was fine too. It was just whoever wrote the character for this character, or whoever wrote the character, I feel like I said that twice now because this is how fucking livid. This is how fucking mind altering this shit is. Not in a good way. Not in a good way, mind altering. I'm fucking losing my mind about this shit. But continuing on here, whoever wrote this character, obviously they were trying to say, okay, it's a black girl, so the most reasonable thing is to like maybe we should try to like not fall into the stereotypes really of like just try to make a well-adjusted person that's like probably is good with grades, has a loving family relationship, something that like it could connect to everybody else. Really, that sounds about right. No, they just straight up went up with the stereotype of, oh no, and before she got sent to this world, she actually made it in life by petty crimes. Okay. And her dad left her. I can't make this shit up.
Did they come back?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have played the game anyways.
No.
Oh my god.
It's so like I thought we were supposed to be like going above and beyond of our like what people state that our stereotypes are. I don't know, man. Are we just going back?
I don't know.
What's going
I don't know.
on?
I think it was just uncreativity. That's it.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But needless to say, I want to say, at least for my opinion, is because of them too, a whole company literally lost like their jobs, or a lot of developers lost their jobs to this company. And it's so and it's frustrating to think about too, just because of essentially what they did, you costed so many people's jobs and livelihoods. I hope they live with that. Which, if anything, they probably will, because they're literally living in the Lululand. Holy
they
Maybe
will.
I
fuck,
forgot they already did it.
Yeah.
God. Because it doesn't matter anyways, because they're now working for EA making the next Black Panther title.
Well,
Which will
that's
probably
EA,
go
bro.
under because it's EA.
EA never does anything right to begin with, so
Yeah.
this won't change anything.
Yeah, realistically, this won't do anything.
Yeah. Like I feel like I said a lot up to this point too. Before I go on to my next point, do you guys have anything to say about this? Just because I feel like a rambling madman at this point.
You are, and it's okay.
You are.
Problem is, we do agree. That's the thing, though. Like, I'm not sure what else to add, because these people are just very
they're fucking insane.
Yeah, they're insane. Insane's not the right word. I think they're just straight up really dumb, to put it in a very nice way.
Like, holy
That was
fucking
really
shit.
nice. It was sweet of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But am I a sweet baby though?
Oh God.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, there's and it's like it's already so bad enough to just reading into a lot of this, and there's so many other companies that are trying to defend them because of like why are you guys defending them too? And it's literally because of the fact that a lot of the times too, Sweet Baby Inc. literally has their hands in like everything that they have touched, both in game development and game journalism too, just because they have their own, I would call them goons at this point, just in every corners of the industry, to at least bend the industry to try to attack the gamers, which makes no sense because, you know, they are your customers.
Well, if they're trying to destroy an industry, they don't care about the customer. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I guess so. And then it's just like, damn,
But
all
then
these
again, if they keep destroying the industry, like what other clients are they going to have in the future?
Yeah, like who's going to be willing to listen to them? And let's not top it off too. Like, how does Sweet Baby Inc. like get away with something like that too? Because these are probably just insane people. They could just ignore them in companies, right? Which is, if anything, most of them do. It's just unfortunate too. Their tactics to go about it is that they straight up said on press interviews that if they don't listen to you, go to their marketing team and scare the hell out of them about what happens if they don't follow your decisions. If they don't follow Sweet Baby Inc.'s decisions. And it's just like, this sounds like a gross overreach of like different departments. I don't know. I'm not saying to like separate departments like to that level to make sure to maintain like everyone's jobs, but I don't know. I feel like they themselves are violating their own like positions of what they should be paid for. I don't know.
They're a consulting firm, weren't they? So it's like technically they wouldn't have been overstepping their bounds.
Yeah, overstepping maybe, but I don't know. It just feels wrong. That's all I got to say about that.
He really don't know, bro.
Yeah.
It's like it's one of those things that like for you, Michael, you are definitely right about that too. But it still doesn't help the fact that I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
No, I just feel it's not right at all. Like what they were doing, but technically that is their job. They're just scumbags about it and are purposefully scaring and intimidating people within the company with their position as a consultant to get their way. I mean, it's not. You're right. It's wrong what they were doing, but technically it is their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like no one feels really good about this either way. And to really sum it up too about like this whole thing, people are already labeling this as essentially this is Gamergate 2. So, brief history of what that was, right? Gamergate is essentially the accusation of one journalism favoring, in this case, this particular game because that journalist slept with one of the developers. And then therefore there's like a whole like questioning the narrative of a lot of things too, based on the fact that yeah, you slept with a female journalist kind of shit. Later on too, it just exploded out of control, being the fact that gamers are being toxic, and then journalism has no place in the gaming industry, to like everybody's being biased, and next thing you know too, false allegations gets thrown at to one another that end the life of one developer out of a false accusation, mind you. Fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
If anybody sounds like hearing this sounds like I am frustrated, it's because it really is frustrating that there are people that are still here and that never left after the whole incident of the Gamergate situation, and they just now have turned into Sweet Baby Inc., Black Girl Gamers, and if anything too, some of these groups are actually funded by Homeland Security for reasons I don't know. Actually, I do know. It's mostly the one of the videos I did post too. Like, there's straight up, there are some companies that are backed by the funding of SWIFT by Homeland Security. Therefore, our tax money are being funneled into these groups.
I don't like.
Nobody likes.
I don't like this.
Nobody does, and it's so maddening. This is why oh my god, it's like one of those things too that like this is probably the best topic to really talk about this, but it's also the worst because things keep coming up. Like, what is this?
A shit shows what it is.
God.
It's a show, bro. I don't understand. Like, what is their goal? Like, what is their? I don't understand their goal.
It's
What
apparently
they're trying to achieve.
Okay, if I put on, in this case, my clown makeup on real quick, let me put on my rainbow afro real quick to get into the mind of this whole circus. It's essentially a circus, the best way to describe this whole situation right now, right? All of this is really to push for the fact that the whole government wants to push, in this case, progressive hiring and or the DEI, which is diversity, equity, and I forgot the I part. I could care less what that means. Oh yeah, inclusion. There we go. Thank you.
Boy.
My bad. I'm so tired of this shit, all right?
Man, this boy don't want to include anyone, bro. Y'all heard it here first.
Look, I'm just saying here too. Maybe it is all right to gatekeep. Maybe it's all right to gatekeep certain things, right?
Oh yeah.
You want to elaborate on that, home dog? You want to elaborate on that, for real?
Why, sure. Let's take a look. Let's hear, in this case, all the people that, in this case, that are writers or game writers too. They, in this case, have outright stated that they hate gamers, yet they are game writers. So why are you working in an industry that you hate the client?
Why not, bro?
I don't know. It's so maddening as well too. And it's also the fact as well too that these it's not even their fault too. It's the game companies. They're also at fault too for facilitating them. Essentially, they are the ones that at this point they want to keep their own original player base, but they want to get, in this case, some new people into the pool so they could get more money, which makes perfect sense. However, to the people that are for this, they're never going to play your games in the first place. Like, these are the same people that will criticize, or in this case, why Marvel movies became shit, because there's so much messaging that's being thrown at our faces here. In this case, this is why nobody watched the Marvels, because the movie that it was intended for, nobody came to go see it.
Yeah, I stopped watching Marvel after Endgame.
Yeah, let's be honest too.
Same after that.
Let's be honest. Everybody checked out after Endgame because literally that was it. Outside of maybe Far From Home. But outside
of the Galaxy.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Far From Home, like the Spider-Mans, yes. The multiverse, the Spider-Man in the multiverse or whatever it was called. Yeah. Not the I can't think of it right now. Not Doctor Strange in the multiverse. I hear that was horrendous.
It was.
You mean Ant-Man? Where?
Oh god,
I haven't heard anything from Ant-Man.
I heard that shit was horrible.
It was.
Like,
The quantum
Sounds
verse
like
or whatever.
everything is horrible, guys.
Yeah, literally everything is falling on its wayside now. Just because right now, this is the current state that we are in not just gaming, just entertainment in general. And I'm not even for the one to say I'm against the woke shit too. If anything, I wouldn't care as long as they make good movies or good games. But clearly they are not. So this is why I'm mad.
They
it's
are
the
just
fact
absolute trash.
they are, and they are deflecting by saying that it's not trash. You're just racist. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Brian, you're just racist, bro.
It's like, is this a fucking 5-year-old throwing insults at me? What is going on?
I believe
Yeah,
it.
racist.
I believe it.
Oh my god.
I believe Brian's a racist.
Oh my god. No, because if anything, based on these insane people's definition here too, let me
No.
pull. Like, I'm so fucking sick and tired of this shit too. Because here's a tweet from one person that supports the SBI and Black Girl Gamer stance on this one. In this case, they were justifying in case anyone doesn't post the same 8 jokes under the people's tweets. Needs it though. Racism is prejudice plus power. This is why you
Nope.
can't be racist against white people because they're the racial group with historical and continued institutional power.
Does that make people feel better to like do it? Like, what are you so afraid if you're already actively hating, specifically in this case, white people? Why haven't you just taken that extra step of honesty and just said you're racist?
Like, that's the
Oh,
thing
why
too.
do you gotta twist
but
and
then,
turn
look.
like definitions, which are by all means are BS because that's not the true definition of racism.
Yeah.
True.
Why do they twist and turn these kind of things to avoid the "ooh, we're racists"? Like you
Bro,
clearly are very proud to be it, so just be it.
I'm 100% sure if somebody else is racist towards them, then they're gonna like lash out on them too.
Yeah. So, and also, here's the thing to dismantle their argument. I think Victor, you said this before the stream, before the
When?
stream started, before the stream started, such as by their definition, me, Victor, and Loy here, we can't be racist to Chinese people. Then,
Well, theoretically, we can't be racist to anyone.
yeah, theoretically, we can't be racist to anybody. Then, under that rule. So
I don't get it.
nobody gets it either. Obviously, they want to redefine this because obviously they don't want to be claimed that they are racist, even though they clearly are. Now, now that we're on this racist tangent part, let me dive into, in this case, Black Girl Gamers of their lunacy of trying to triple down on something that could have easily been tweeted out as say, this was our mistake, we were gonna do better, we are sorry that we were harking about one thing and we were going against it, being hypocrites, and we'll do better next time. No, they just started tripling down on the fact that they literally have racist hiring practices. Straight up they said on an interview that yeah, like we are proud in the fact that the majority of all of our employees here are all black. We do not hire white people, not because that nothing bad against them, but in this case, they have something that would be considered, if they say anything to us, that would be considered a microaggression. I'm like, excuse me, what?
What does that even mean, a microaggression?
A microaggression.
I don't know, man. I'm just so confused. I think
Are these what people? Is this what people do when they go out and they get like bachelors and masters and doctorates in psychology and sociology? They just start making up shit. Excuse my language.
So
I believe it.
So I've been listening to talks like this for quite some time too. I think I could define what a microaggression is to them. It's effectively anything that they say, because it's anything that, let's say for you, Michael, anything that you say to them, they are going to interpret that as in a tone that, in a position that you are better than them.
Sounds like they just need to have more confidence in themselves and stop being spineless.
I mean, to be fair though, they now have a spine. They're just straight up saying, nah, we just won't hire white people. And apparently that's against the law. Hello?
It is against the law.
I'm so confused. Like, what the fuck is this? God damn it.
Isn't the whole point of today's society to include every fucking ethnicity and race in our hiring practices?
Yeah.
Where even if they are Asian, white, black, Hispanic, Indian, or they can be different, sexual orientations. They could be like gay, straight, transgender, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's literally the whole point. This is our society is to include everybody.
Yep.
The fact that they're excluding somebody, kind of, shouldn't that be like investigated a little bit?
Well, it won't
I
matter
agree, I
anyway.
That's
agree.
just me. That's just me.
He's like, oh, funny you should say about Asian people. We apparently are not Asian anymore. We're now considered white adjacent to these insane people.
Which I don't get.
I don't
get it.
understand that.
What does that even mean?
That's
So
what I want to know too.
okay, so based on this as well, they are only calling us white adjacent just because of the fact too that even though Asians are still by definition considered a minority in US population, they are in this case are doing more financially successful or more well off than a lot of their other groups. So therefore yeah, apparently we're white
Applying a
adjacent.
stereotype.
Yeah, it's them applying a stereotype that yes, Asian people can be successful. Like yes, I don't know.
How ironic.
It's like hello.
I don't get.
I'm starting to agree more and more about Morgan Freeman's take about we shouldn't be celebrating Black History Month. Instead of we should celebrate Black excellence.
How about we just celebrate everybody's achievements and call it a day? Why is that so difficult?
Because they need
Because if you're celebrating everyone's, then everyone is equal, and if everyone is equal, no one is better than each other, and that's just not conducive to American society. We have to always be better than each other in some way, shape, or form.
What a shame.
God.
That's America.
Like, I don't even feel like I'm rushing into anything either. There's so much to talk about for this too. Like, we can even go back on this couple of things about like what are some things that Black gamer girls are doing right now too. In this case, why are they tripling down on something? They are literally starting to send out cease and desist letters to anybody that talks about their racist hiring practices, which is just like what. It was like, what happened?
Want people to talk about it, you shouldn't have done it.
It's like, what are they expecting for people? Like, if they get hit with the cease and desist, are they going to be scared? No, there's evidence of you just straight up, like, actually violating the law.
You said it in an interview. You have verbally said it that we
And
don't hire white people.
There's even
a recording too.
Yeah, it's a recording. There is a questionnaire that is right now in public that shows you, in this case, in order to join this group too, you need to upload your own photo and you have to label yourself as a couple of things. 1, are you Black? And 2, are you non-binary? The first one, what if someone just says yes? Like anybody.
I identify as Black.
Yeah, and also, what happens if someone says that they're non-binary and they're a guy? Like, the guy can classify as non-binary and they get rejected. Like, what?
Can't reject me on non-binary.
It was like, we're looking for women non-binary. I'm like, hold on a second.
Women non-binary. Okay, that's pretty comical.
Oh God.
I'm confused now.
How's that not that just you're looking for a binary that's non-binary?
Yeah, it's like holy fucking shit.
Yeah, that's comical. That's comical, bro.
Now, I'm gonna give you all like a little bit of a breather for this too, but yeah, this is like literally the insanity.
No, suffocating me, dude.
Yeah, this is how I felt like researching all this shit too. And mind you, people, I'm only scratching the surface of what's out there right now. Right now, there's even a whole push that they're gonna straight up ban like YouTube critics. Like in this case, they're wanting to suppress like other people's first right amendments.
That's unconstitutional.
Well,
yeah, so
who's banning who? First, let's discuss this.
So
I'm banning you.
So if anything, they're Black girl gamers are in this case. I forgot which article site they're looking for. I have to fucking dig back again on this shit. But effectively, they're going to put a cease and desist on a article page for, in this case, showcasing and highlighting their racist hiring practices. In this case, they want to sue them for having photo evidence of them being racist.
No, I meant with this ban of YouTube critics, are they wanting the government to ban him or YouTube?
I think at this point too, I don't know. I think they're expecting like companies to do that, but really companies like YouTube, for example, they probably don't want to have to do with any of this bullshit.
Well, the reason I say it is because if it's the government suppressing what you want to say, that is in violation of the First Amendment. But if a company is suppressing what you are saying, that is not a violation of the First Amendment.
But the person that's getting sued can also challenge that as well.
If they can settle that in law and change it. But as of right now,
like
a privately held company can suppress any sort of thing they want.
But if anything, this is my point.
Spoken.
Yeah, this is my point though too. It's like they probably expect like the people that if they get hit with cease and desist that they'll just stop talking about it. But what happens if they get challenged? What then? Like what evidence does Sweet Baby Inc. would have against like anybody that criticizes them? That in this case they're being like the ones that are called the critics. Sweet Baby Inc. The only arguments they have is that they're misogynist and racist towards black girl gamers. When in reality, all they are doing that I've seen so far, they are just straight up showing people what they have said and what's available on their website, which if anything is not easily accessible to find out. As they stated either. So, I don't know. There's too many, like, obviously these groups of people are definitely insane. That's all I got for, I think we can all agree with that. We could probably put that aside us that like, this is essentially the boy who cried wolf scenario all over again.
Yeah, I agree. They're insane and they're stupid.
Like, obviously the best way how in this case, what can we do about this too? The most simplest answer, it's something that they themselves do not like. Vote with your wallet.
Nothing.
Oh, I mean, there's that too. Literally just do nothing. Let them say themselves out. Just do nothing. Don't interact with any games that they have done to. Don't even support big companies either. Because guess what? You have other studios like Arrowhead Studio with Helldivers 2 making great games. And they even put a stance on the fact too that like, hey, we're not going to include LGBT stuff into the game. And we're also going to straight up ban players that keep suggesting it too.
They're actually in like banning anyone who is trying to put any sort of political things into their game.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't matter whether it's LGBT. Left agenda or right agenda. It's no politics in the game.
Yeah. Because having a politics or having a flag that represents what you believe in, it's not going to be great when the game has friendly fire. Let's be honest. It's something we said multiple times back then. So, I don't. There's definitely like way more games coming out too, with the rise of Japanese games that are coming out too. Stellar Blade being the most heavily criticized at the moment too by Western developers, saying that we should stop, in this case, stop creating female characters with exaggerated body proportions. It's a fucking game.
Yeah, it's a game. Wake up and shut up.
It's like, why would I want realism in a game? If I want to be realistic and play life too, I would go back to working my job.
Dude, that's every one of us.
God. Nobody wants that shit. There's a reason why, in this case, you see a recent poll and recent trend of people not playing a lot of American and Western games now, and they're straight up just playing either just RPGs now or JRPGs. Actually, surprisingly, there's a lot more people playing JRPGs now. We're ready for Persona 3 Reloaded and Dragon's Dogma 2. And Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. My bad about that. Forgot about that.
You already know why they're...
In EDF.
Oh, yeah. You mean Helldivers 2. Don't you mean Helldivers 2, Michael? You fucking traitor.
EDF,
I'm kidding.
EDF 5. Let's go.
God damn.
What? What's that?
But like right now,
I'm doing my part.
So I'm gonna give myself a break real quick on just right now. I feel like I just spewed out a bunch of bullshit on the fucking podcast here. So I need you guys to like cover for me while I take a fucking breather on this shit.
Look at him, bro. Passing on his responsibilities to us, bro.
I know, wow.
That's
Imagine
why
that.
this is why I don't do a solo show, god damn it.
God, this guy.
Anyways, how we feeling, boys? How we feeling about this whole situation?
Disgraceful.
I can tell you right now that I don't like it one bit. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I got
It still doesn't, even to this day.
I don't either.
I'll give you a forehead kiss. All right, how else do you feel?
God damn it. Wait, can I get a forehead kiss?
Hell no.
No, where my hug
Damn
at?
it. Man.
Hug.
Where my hug at?
Hell no.
Hug.
But something that is surprising
Mutt.
too,
Did you
though.
just call me a mutt?
Yes.
Duh.
I'm kidding. But here, in this case, a tweet that in this case from an ex-game developer, Dame Grums, who has recently came out with like a very interesting, like, not really like newfound discovery to something that a lot of gamers were aware of to this point too, which could also explain like why like we have companies like Sweet Baby Inc. and Black Girl Gamers to become more relevant to these coming years now. And it's mostly because based on what the Grums has stated on an interview with The Quartering, he has mentioned too that a lot of game developers or game studios, they won't actually fund the game projects with their own money just because games nowadays are definitely way more expensive. So what they do instead is that they count on their CFO to give them tax breaks here and there about it. And also they get cheap money to do so as well by borrowing it from, let's say, Vanguard. In this case, this is under the loan of ESG loans, right? Which surprisingly is a lot easier to get a ESG financing with that with a low interest rate. So as long as you meet the requirements to why you are getting this loan. And therefore, that's why they hire, in this case, Sweet Baby Inc. and Black Girl Gamers to help them out with that so that they probably need to meet those criterias and whatnot. At least that's my fucking say, and that's how I took away from all this. And I listened to that fact and I look at like all the other games that came out. I'm like, I could definitely see too why you still see like these big giant companies are still standing, even though you hear like how much this game in development, like the price tag on that. It's like, how the fuck are they not hurting? This is probably because they actually did not use any of their own money. Which is like also kind of shocking as well too. I guess this is also why there's so much contractors or like more not part-time hires, contracted hires. Yeah, I said it right in the first place. More contracted hires for a lot of game developers. I think that's what I feel like that's probably a good way to look at it, because one, you're not really paying the cost of like insurance premiums for each of your employees if they're contractors, which we talked last time where the government is trying to fix that, but inadvertently it might cause more harm or good. Doesn't matter. The policy itself is fucking worded badly, so we don't know. But moving on from that, leads on to that, then comes the writing group, and then comes the product, which is just a pile of shit. It's effectively game companies that are cutting corners too. Hell, Assassin's Creed Valhalla was, in this case, a result of that.
Result of what?
A result of like this type of decision making that led up to this, such as Ubisoft took a ESG financing. They looked at the game. They probably contracted out most of the development work to other fields of expertise. They got the Sweet Baby Inks and Black Girl Gamers like narrative consultant groups to check some more boxes here and there. And afterwards, too, they're really pushing for marketing with that money. Whatever is left with the money, I guess. Mm-hmm. And And effectively, the whole strategy is that they don't actually use any of their own money that they generate from sales. Outside of like some of those sales are being poured back into the loans that were given out by like the bigger investment groups, which in question right now, they are also like going to look back into and probably redefining ESG now because shocker to nobody, the return on investment into these ESG loans have been little to them.
Yeah.
It's the same shit with carbon tax. Fucking dumbest shit ever.
I agree.
At least that is my take with how I think the Sweet Baby Inc., Black Girl Gamers, and all these consulting companies come from. Is in this case, a lot of game developers are wanting to just throw money away. Essentially, is the best way I could describe it. I don't know. Oh my god. It's like I don't want to feel like the fact that like I'm like part of the mindset group that like all of these companies are for like ESG. They put too much woke diversity in all their game projects. But then hearing this fact too is like, fuck, I can see why though. If your financial success if your financial success is clearly defined, the fact that you won't lose that much money if you do it this way versus the other kind of shit. I don't know. Oh god.
Getting the aneurysm.
Yeah.
He's giving himself an aneurysm.
I'm giving myself an aneurysm because of how much bullshit is coming our way. And like I said too, literally the only way to do this is we practice free market capitalism by not buying their games. Simple as that. This is not even considered harassment either. This is just the public knowing best of what they want. Obviously, they don't want the games that they're making. And it's going to be unfortunate too, because there are some games that look really cool too. Because under their project titles of Sweet Baby Inc., they're working on a game that's called Hyper Light Breaker, which in this case is a continuation or sequel to an indie game called Hyper Light Drifter, which had a very good storytelling. Oh shit, my bad, burped a little bit. But it had a really good storytelling about, in this case, trying to clear levels, trying to figure out the whole world building aspect, while in this case, the main character, you yourself, are fighting a type of heart disease as well. It was something that was like really interesting and really cool and nuance here. And then I saw like Hyper Light Breaker being part of Sweet Baby Inc.'s like projects that they are working on. Makes me a little bit scared and a little bit disheartened. A little bit. But I do hope for the best that they still make a good game in the end, because that's all I really care about, right? I could care less if like you yourself, you are just like, we are for this, you're pro that, it doesn't matter to you. I'm more accepting about a lot of things. I just don't want to see any more shit that's on my screen, please. I already do that to myself. I don't need someone else to throw their shit on my screen.
Problem is they're gonna do it anyways.
God damn it. Is it because yours monitor is already filled with shit? God damn it.
Yes, sir.
It's like one of these
Why
people.
else would they do it?
Yeah.
What other reason do they have to do it?
Yeah.
And they don't have any real reason to do anything that they do, but they still do it anyways.
True. And if anything, I think the most easiest thing for everyone's mental like health for this as well, because mental health is something that we also like to say that we are pro for. Just block them. I think that's the best way. I think after all this stuff too, I'm just gonna block any mentions of Sweet Baby. If they're gonna also block us whenever we criticize them, yeah, we'll just block you back. It'll be like you'll block like 1,000, you have 50,000 people blocking you.
Oh yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, it's like, God. It feels disheartening. It makes me feel sad the more I like really look into this. But in reality, there's not much we could really do as an individualistic standpoint. But honestly, I could care less too. None of the games that they're making is something I'm really interested in outside of one. So, is it really a total loss for me? Not much, too. Will this, in this case, impact a lot of gaming industry? Most definitely.
Absolutely.
But again, we'll see how this whole thing blows over anyways, too. But outside of that, too, do you guys have any hot or trash takes about this whole shit? Or if anything, are you all in alignment with me?
I'm pretty much in alignment with you, man.
Pretty much.
I have no reason.
I don't see
Well,
a
I mean,
need
I,
to.
No, I
Yeah.
enjoy the crumblingness of our game industry and the blatant racism that continuously prevails through it. I enjoy it.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, the crumbling stuff too. They also mentioned it as well. Kotaku is technically falling apart now as well. Because they are the first company that were defending like Sweet Baby Egg. And next thing you know, the person or whatever company that owns Kotaku, they just straight up told them, it's like, hey, I need you guys to stop making political pieces and start actually doing your fucking job as like Kotaku's namesake here, where you're about the game industry. Just start making fucking game guides. All right. I don't give a fuck about politics. You guys already gotten yourself in a lot of hot water. Nobody's clicking on your shit because you guys are a joke.
Dang, dude. Hit them where it hurts.
I mean, they are. Like, you guys know, or you guys were live long enough too. Like, whenever Kotaku started off as well, we never really thought that highly of them to begin with.
I never knew what they were until fucking recently, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know they existed, honestly.
Man,
Dude.
both of y'all have been living in bliss.
Yeah.
Well, my bliss has been ruined by you.
Well,
too. Fucking asshole.
Look, I'm not allowed to go alone this fucking mental depravity. You guys are coming down with me.
No, yes, you are. We have a
God
choice.
Yeah. Yeah, the choice is to the fact that Michael wanted us to talk about it. And
Michael.
Yeah, fuck you, Michael.
God.
Michael.
Blaming other people, bro. Blaming other people. You hear this, boy? Y'all hear this,
Yeah,
boy?
yeah. Do you see how bad it already sounds just by doing this if you don't fucking blame yourself first? Yeah. This is literally the whole shit as well. Nobody is taking accountability of their own fucking words and actions.
True.
And my God. But yeah, speaking of which, too, with the Kotaku as well, they're straight up just saying too that they're also like criticizing the company that owns Kotaku, being like, you can't make us do this. You are suppressing our voices to talk about what we want. I'm like, to be fair though, they could also just terminate your contract because you're also like not doing your fucking jobs as well. I don't know. It's also bad anyways too, just because there will be a bunch of people that will lose their jobs for this shit as well, which obviously is still sad. But honestly, I have no sympathy. If you're gonna keep fighting and dying on this hill too, well, so be it.
Right, so we feel bad for the people losing their jobs, but at the same time, it's that necessary evil in order to get rid of the root of the problem.
Right, and like,
because it's not only Sweet Baby Inc., it's also the leaders of the company that are also accepting these.
Yeah, like let's look at fucking what happened with like Blizzard, for example, too. Blizzard Activision. Actually, no, let's not talk about Blizzard. Blizzard just already has to deal with their own allegations and whatnot. Too. Let's talk about Activision, something else for once. God damn it. Have you guys actually seen what it looks like right now playing Warzone?
No.
No, I haven't touched that game in like a couple months.
Fucking Alucard, the fucking anime character, is in the game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, from what was that, Helsing?
From Helsing, yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, that's been a thing for a couple months actually.
Yeah, there's that. There's fucking Nicki Minaj. I was like, I don't even think that the game itself is supposed to be taken seriously.
No, I have Snoop Dogg as a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, to be fair though, I don't think we should have been taking any game seriously. So there's that. I agree, but I don't know. There's just so many things that I've heard that like Activision effectively, with all of their other sister companies that they own, they literally pulled everybody in their whole reservoir, in their whole like asset pool, to just only work on like Warzone stuff. It's gotten so bad that there's a company that spoke out, such as, I think it's the people that have made the Spyro games, which is the Purple Dragon for you, the other few that don't know it here. Anyways, or in this case, they made the Highland Adventures or Skyrims? Fuck, I don't remember. It was essentially like a competitor to when the Smash Bros had those amiibos coming out. There was another company that was competing them for that, and it was actually pretty cool for once. But obviously, when they were acquired by Activision, they were at this point they were forced to. A lot of their developers were forced to work on games like Modern Warfare 3 and not working on their own project. Now, why do I mention this? Because that company was able to separate themselves away from Activision and they've declared themselves, we are now going to be straight up indie, and we're about to release a new game project at some point this year. Stay tuned, everybody. And it's just like, holy shit. Do you now, in this case, have other companies that are just straight up saying, yeah, we're just going to leave them now? Because effectively, probably their eyes too. If Activision sinks, they're going to follow with them as well. So it's might as well abandon ship for a lot of other smaller developers now. Which is, at this point, Victor, me and you have already stated it before too. And even the rest of you, we've already seen in this case the rise of more smaller studios that are coming up to like take over majority of the gaming industry. Fucking Lethal Company was at the top charts for like a good while.
They're pushing out an update soon.
Oh well, look.
Oh yeah.
Well, nice. Well, to anybody that still play Lethal Company, you got more things to look out for now. Like,
I've been wanting to play more modded Lethal.
Yeah,
I haven't touched it in a long time.
Me too.
It's in one ways I feel happy that in this case we get to see more smaller studios actually take the limelight as well. And to the people that are saying, but we want the big AAA studios to do that. I mean, you guys still have Capcom.
Cap who?
Yeah. You guys still have Capcom and Square Enix, although to be fair though, Square Enix is also a little bit in a very interesting, peculiar situation of how they define success. Which I think we talked about previously before, right? Yeah, well, I can't remember too much anyways. But there's that, and then Ubisoft, fuck it. I wish they fucking perish at this point. Whoever is running Ubisoft, they are the ones that coined fucking AAA games. God, what a dumbass premise.
You mean quadruple A games?
I thought that's what I said, but yes, quadruple A games.
No, you said triple,
triple A.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so out of it.
This boy losing his mind 10 times over, and I can feel it.
It's like somebody fucking paid for my next visit to the psychiatrist.
You can do it yourself, bro.
Yeah, you bastard.
Just use BetterHelp.
God, yeah, we're not sponsored by BetterHelp, unfortunately. Oh man, right now we're seeing in this case the more rise of smaller games, which is definitely a good sign of like a healthy industry still, nonetheless. And in this case, we do hope that in this case for everybody that is involved with this to either this thing just blows over and nothing comes about this, and then it'll just be like nothing ever happened and people will still behave the same way. Nothing will really change. Because that's the only way to really hurt these people anyways. Is the fact that, okay, just listen to them and move on. That's about it that we can do. Oh, God. I won't even touch much about the fucking Hollywood industry just because right now we're eventually going to see, like, what was it? Movie critics are already downvoting like the newer Godzilla films, and then audience score is like at an all-time high for that shit. I don't know, man. It's sort of as if like right now, the people that are self-proclaimed critics are not even worthy to be trusted over people that just talk about things. And then it's the same shit that's going on here. Those that are this case self-proclaimed like Hollywood style writers, because oh yeah, that's the other thing with Sweet Baby Inc. A lot of them have said too that they are self-proclaimed like Hollywood writers, and that's apparently a good enough credential.
And they can kiss my ass with that.
I wish I could go very far with just calling myself self-proclaimed anything.
Yeah, and also for those that are wondering too about these quote-unquote claims that they have to, the co-owner of Sweet Baby Inc. as well, she is in this case an assistant to a head writer of a show.
Goddamn.
That is her only experience.
So relevant.
So yeah, it's like holy fuck. If this is the type of people that we're just allowed to like bring into like industries now too, holy shit. I think we should start gatekeeping now.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying here too. This is also the same shit to the people that criticize like everybody that likes anime, calling us pedophiles. God.
No, pedophiles are pedophiles because they like children, not anime characters.
Not to them, they're not, because they're just saying that a lot of these anime characters look like children.
The fuck are you watching? Then the fuck are they watching?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'd be watching like grown ass adults fucking murking each other.
I was like, I'm just watching men doing swimming.
Yeah, okay. They're high schoolers, by the way.
Ah, shit, wait.
Most of those school animes.
I set myself up for failure. I'm sorry.
Hi, FBI. Hello.
God damn it, no.
I have someone to report.
That's
No, wait.
They're not elementary school.
Yeah, they're
that we look at profusely. I don't know how to say the word.
it's fine
Close
anyways too. It's fine anyways too, because all they're really doing is now like they're just saying these types of shit too, because it is either like everything that claim that they hate to is always self-referential, right? What do I mean by self-referential? This was something that I just heard from Asmongold's take about it too, which is obviously kind of very interesting. Anytime you hear one person that's arguing about something else, it's always towards the opposite that they're targeting. Such as anytime you hear like a white girl screaming like racism, misogyny, and whatnot too, they're not talking about like gamers and whatnot. They're mostly talking about their dad, their brother, their boyfriend, their ex-boyfriend, uncle, anything that they had a bad experience with another white person because that's who they interact with. Literally just that. It's all self-referential. Which, if anything, I will have to give credit to Asmongold for giving me that, just because that's actually a really good way to look at how these people behave. And yeah, because like imagine like you are this hard into saying that like we are not racist. I'm just mad about all these other things. They're probably mostly talking about their dad.
I see.
I think that's the best way to really like look into the way how people are arguing. It is really just a projection, effectively.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like holy shit, are we really about to fucking end the world or end like people's livelihoods just because of the fact that the one person had a bad experience with their dad or their family members?
I do love that in America we have like a truly serious homeless problem. Like no one can really afford homes. Cost of living is insane. If you like scratch your knee and you go and visit the doctor, you're in debt for the rest of your life. Like things like this, they're just insane.
Yeah.
And yet we're over here debating genders or races, or we're talking about
ridiculous
little petty things that just are so inconsequential.
Yeah, and literally they can literally solve by all this too, by the person that's accusing them. Just say that you're racist and let's move on. Like, there's no need to drag this out. Everybody knows that you are. You're just literally delaying all of it.
Yeah, we're worrying about this shit when there's more
pressing matters that we talked about too. We literally talk about, in this case, a policy that was so like vague on its description on contract laborers that literally will affect the market of everybody's livelihood. We literally just talked about that. That seemed more important than this shit. This shit is just pointless. I hate it. God.
It really is.
It absolutely is.
That's what I think of it.
Nobody cares about this too. And if anything, I came into this podcast having like one can of beer, and I don't even think this was enough to even satisfy my fucking headaches. I need to get a second one because God, this is such headache inducing.
No boy drinking 30 beers, bro.
Exactly, because the amount of things that I need to like able to sit down and be consider rationally thinking enough to deal with this shit. Because obviously, all I'm really gonna call that person is that they're insane. I'm not gonna hear what you say about it. If you yourself can't even admit the most simplest thing that what you just said was dumb, and move on from that. No one wants to hold accountability for themselves. I will hold accountability of myself of saying dumb shit, and I can be wrong 20% of the times.
Okay. That's a little skewed.
Of course it's skewed. I'm self-referential about that myself.
I'm
so
wrong
anyways,
only 1% of the time.
Look, I could be as truthful about it as TSM did its own personal investigation on themselves.
Oh my god, let's not bring that in here. That's horrendous.
I know. But anyways, for those small joke about TSM, yeah, there's false allegation, or not false allegation, there were true allegations that they said that there were none. Anyways, moving on from that. But, God, it's like I could beat my head over this over and over and over again about this as well. And there's even so much that the news I even talked about. Again, Black Girl Gamers are going to be sending out more cease and desist letters as we speak here. And I'm like, just piecing through all of this shit too. And I'm like, if I get a cease and desist letter, I'm just going to ignore it. Like, what are they going to actually do to me? Just close my channel? Okay, I'll make a new one. Call it the Hotter Trash Podcast 2. Literally, what they're doing is not going to solve anything. And guess what, too? These people are straight up just saying these posts are now protected and you're not allowed to post it unless you are a follower or they follow you back. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's why I think of it too.
It's like, cool. We're just now just living in copium, I guess. I wish I could live off of what they do every day. Not think about all the existential shit that we're going through right now.
A bunch of bullshit is what it is.
Yeah. If I could live as blissfully as they do too, I feel like we will all be healthy mentally.
That's impossible.
True, because they get mad over every little thing, and they don't know how to read in between the lines.
Exactly.
God, this is why in this case, don't cancel comedians. If you can't take a joke, you just can't take a joke. Just move on. Don't try to cancel them, like they try to do to Dave Chappelle like 5 separate times.
Can't cancel the motherfucker.
It's like you can't cancel him regardless too, because all it does is that it increases his ticket sales for the next show. That's like
okay,
God. Oh, man. And it's already like stated too that these companies are so toxic to the gaming industry that ex-employees are straight up saying, yeah, these people are insane. Please, we need to like stop them, right? Because any more that they do, they're not in the fact that they're going to ruin anything, they're just going to damage themselves to the point they can't even get a own career anymore. Which I don't even think a career is something they care about. Because they're just mad about the fact that their activism doesn't pay them money.
Yeah, they're not going to contribute to society in any way, shape, or matter.
Yeah. It's just more maddening too that, again, there was like a whole article that talks that Homeland Security grants were given to these people. And guess what? There was even an investigation done by them as well about this whole like ordeal too. They literally came up with, yeah, there's literally nothing important to report about. That was it. There's no like racial allegation, no harassment claims whatsoever too. Albeit there is also the other side that does get empowered by all this shit. Settle down, you white supremacists on the other side. But like I said, this is just all types of bullshit and a lot of like lunacy that I just feel like I'm living in Clockwork Orange reading all these posts. And I don't think this will be the last time I'll ever talk about this either. Sadly. Because guess what too? Like I stated earlier too, I'm not, in this case, liking your post just because of the fact I agree with you. I'm liking your post in my own Twitter channel just because you're about to get farmed for content view for this shit. But god damn it. I'm so mentally and like emotionally drained from this shit. Well, not emotionally drained. I could probably play some games after all this shit anyways. But but mentally I'm just checked out by all this shit. I think I'm done talking about this stuff too. Any of you guys feel done like just hearing me yammer on?
Oh hell yeah. This whole topic is just too wild. Honestly.
It's too wild. And for those, if you want to sacrifice your own mental health by looking into this, you are more than welcome to. I don't advise it. I'm not even a mental health professional, and I shouldn't be giving out advice. But this is the one I will proudly say: please don't follow this, for your own sake. Please don't follow this issue for your own sake. It doesn't bring you value in your life. This isn't really going to change anything in life. You're still probably going to live on, hang with your significant other, or whack off in your living room. Doesn't matter.
Hell the fuck yeah. My pants are down already.
God.
My pants are
God
down.
damn it. I hope. Does that satisfy you, Michael, that we now talked about this? Probably this won't be the last time.
Yeah.
God damn it. This time you'll do all the talking for this shit.
Nah, you can do the talking, dude. You're the host, right?
God damn it. God fucking damn it.
You
I
want
hate
the limelight.
Damn it. I was hoping you guys would.
Life.
Yeah, that's true. And I hate it. At least for this topic. If we talked about anything else, I would be stupendously happy with legitimately anything else. But yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about Tifa. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, if anything too, these companies, they hate, in this case, Japanese companies for reason of the fact that they think they objectify women. I was like, fuck, we're at this shit all over again.
Oh no, we put a character in a game that has big boobs. Oh my god. It's like we don't see that in real life. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, for the people that don't know too, when I mentioned Stellar Blade, yeah, it was in this case a game that features a very hot female model, right? And they're claiming that these are super exaggerated proportions, that this person does not exist. The same studio shows them body scanning an actual Korean model that they base it off of, with, I will say, at least on the record, she do be fine.
Like, it's real, like, it exists in the world. Like,
because yeah, look, I don't know how to tell you. Not everybody wants to see a fat person that they want to play as. Unless it's for jokes, and that's probably not a good thing either. So I don't know.
Every body type exists in the fucking world. Everything.
Yeah.
Small, skinny, tall, fat, super fat.
Everything sticks, bro. There's plenty of sticks in the world.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
There's sticks and boulders.
Yeah. And if anything, it's also kind of fucked up for you to say too that it's exaggerated as well, because if anything, that Korean model too will probably get so much like shit thrown at her too in society in Korea because they think that she's too fat.
That is a true thing. Look into it.
God. And it's already bad enough that you say it's exaggerated body proportion too, from, in this case, an outsider who, in this case, we don't know if the Korean model is handling the whole thing too, that's just Korean society. I don't know how it is nowadays. I think it's more accepting now from what it seems like. I hope it's changed. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't yet, but you know, that's just me hopeful thinking, and I have a different taste in how I like or see people. I probably don't want to follow. I don't want to finish that sentence anymore. I'm sorry, guys.
God damn it.
I don't want to.
Wait, what?
What? What the fuck?
Oh god.
Y'all wild.
Damn. One pop choke. That's me.
God. This is why in this case it's like I love to in this case to have you guys on these podcasts, just because one, you guys are the one that if I ever say dumb shit, you could probably say equally dumb shit or probably worse. If anything, I'm never.
You already know I'm gonna say more dumb shit.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, and if anything too, the way the dumb shit that they're talking about, at least with this whole drama and this whole shit too, it's not even dumb. It's just moronic, and probably the R word.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Calm down there.
Shut up, Victor. I know you say that in the background.
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Calm down there, dude.
Shut up. They're just stupid, okay?
Yeah,
We'll
and
just
we
keep
are
it like
too.
that.
We are too, but
Extremely stupid.
look. Apparently, common sense is hard to come nowadays.
Extremely hard.
Like, holy fucking shit. Like I said, to the people that are going through this, I hope you're going well. To the people that are supporting the cause of Sweet Baby Ink and Black Gamer Girls, I hope you are living well in your life too, that you can afford this type of privilege too, especially when you have your same peers that are also struggling to make end-to-end meet in a
And meat.
Are you
yeah.
sympathizing with the enemy? Just kidding.
God damn.
Look, if they're to look, I'll just hit them back with something that they probably wanted in this case. We want you to sympathize our cause. Okay, sure. I sympathize with you. Now talk about the fact that everything around us is crumbling and it's not about social issues. Literally everything's falling apart. He's like, no. I was like, all right then. Moving on.
No.
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 Oh my god. Like I said too, for these types of people, a free marketplace is not something that they want to be a part of anyways, just because the fact that free market think would like question everything that they do, which obviously for this case, yes, you guys are objectively wrong.
Correct. I believe
And
that.
we are subjectively correct.
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 It's
But
correct
yes.
that we are subjectively correct.
But in this case, in all intents and purposes, these two companies are just wrong.
Yes.
Just admit that you're wrong and move on. That is it.
Fine.
They'll never will. That's the thing. They never will.
Yeah, you're right.
Indeed.
It's like the best way to picture this whole thing is Sweet Baby Ink and Black Girl Gamers. They are the ostriches that stick their head in the ground. If you guys have never seen videos of that, it's actually kind of hilarious to watch them do that. But look up ostriches sticking their head
I'm
in the
not
ground.
gonna lie. I want to believe you said they stick their heads in the ground, but I do believe you said stick their hand in the ground. I don't think they have hands to begin with. I think they have wings, but
Man, I don't fucking know now. At this point, anything can go to. Everybody can understand what I'm trying to say too, because this is a whole type of lunacy trip that I'm on right now. Thank God.
I think it's just you, dog.
Please, I don't want to talk about this no more. Guys, can we talk about anything else? Such as the fact that NFL is about to block like hip tackles now.
Oh yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah, different story, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a different story. You know, a different topic for another day.
Man, I'm not even a football person, and I would rather talk about that shit over this.
Yeah, dude. I don't think you want to talk about that because I'll talk about that for you.
God damn.
Bring in somebody that has played the sport and what his opinion is, if he would like to.
Yeah. Right now, I want to at least. That's how I'm gonna end it off on here too. If you guys have anything more to say about this whole shit, be more than welcome to say your piece, or just because we're hitting that hour 30-minute mark for our streaming right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Wow.
Oh my
I had
goodness.
enough of an aneurysm from listening to you, bro.
I know.
Me telling the story or me speaking? Specify, asshole.
No, I love your speaking.
Bro, I just said you speaking, bro. Can't you understand?
You son of a bitch.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I hate everything.
You don't understand that reference. I don't like you.
Bro,
God.
No one understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
God. I would hope some people that come out with a rush hour again. It's going to be all types of offensive. Let's be honest, though. But yes.
Dude,
everybody
I don't think it's gonna be as good nowadays because
of course
it's
it
not
can
gonna
be.
be as offensive.
Oh my god. But anyways, to everybody else too that has listening to this on passing by, they're either showering, bathing, whacking off to us, listening in the living room, weirdos.
Hey, you like them?
God, please no. I already had a bad experience with going a road trip with some of these people here that played that
Hey,
shit
bro,
to wake me up.
that was quality ASMR. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll play it right
Quality
now.
ASMR.
Please no.
Let's
Please
go.
fucking no. But I hope every one of you is having a wonderful night. Thank you for listening to me have a lunacy trip, and I might have to visit a psychiatrist afterwards.
You already here,
Don't worry, bro. I got you, bro. Yeah, bro. I got you, bro. No worries.
You're not a trained therapist.
Shut your ass up.
You're just telling me that I'm a bitch, you asshole.
Yeah, you are a bitch. I'm a bitch.
Man. Oh,
Yeah.
anyways.
I'm kidding. No, I ain't.
Oh,
Love y'all.
love everyone else here. Have a good evening, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, fun.